So girls, have you ever been on a horrible date where you just wanted to go to the bathroom and escape out the window?
And guys, have you ever been on a date where the girl came off a little too strong or desperate? I'm sure this has passed through your mind at least one time. And the thought was probably like, man, I wish this person could have watched the video on how to act properly. Passed through your mind a few times.
First impressions mean everything on a date. If you mess it up by dressing inappropriately or trying to act too tough, you could ruin your chances of possibly having a great relationship in the future.
Well, think of this as your lucky day, because we're here to provide you a dating guide on what girls and guys should never do on a first date.
We are going to take you on a full date experience for both guys and girls, starting with the pickup, followed by the actual date, and finally ending with the drop-off.
First up are the guys. Now guys, picking up your girl is a crucial part of the date because it will set the tone for the rest of the night. So here are some examples of what you should never do to start off a bad date. Have you ever heard of the quote, always dress to impress? This definitely applies for a first date. Before you even leave the house, do not dress in a pair of basketball shorts and a wife beater. Girls will assume that you don't care since you did not put any effort into your appearance. When you arrive at your date's house, the worst thing that you could do is honk the horn for the girl to come out. Don't be so lazy that you cannot get out of your car to greet your date in person. Once she enters the car, don't make the mistake of blasting the bass on your stereo. This is the time to make small talk, not drown her out by the sound of your stereo system. Since the pickup did not go very well, there is a good chance that the actual date will follow in the same pattern. Once you have reached the restaurant, it is unacceptable to open the door for yourself and walk in first before your date.
Are you coming?
If something happens to remind you of an ex-girlfriend while at dinner,
You know, I really love meatballs and spaghetti. Italian is one of my favorite foods.
it is not a good idea to start reminiscing about the past.
Every Italian food, she made like the best meat sauce and spaghetti. She made like the lasagna, with all the cheeses and whatnot. And she also made the pizza. Her pizza was like the best.
I like sushi. Can she make sushi too?
Your girl will start to think that you haven't moved on from your ex and you are not ready to get involved in a new relationship. As dinner is wrapping up and the bill arrives, it is your responsibility to handle the check.
Whoa, $80. All right. Well, there's my 40.
Wait, what do you mean you're 40?
That's my 40 for me to put up. I drove you here, didn't I?
But what do you expect me to do?
I don't know. Figure it out. I'm ready to go.
Making the girl pay for her half the bill is not considered a true date.
Let's just get out of here.
Sorry guys, if this is how you thought a date works, you are sadly mistaken. Remember, ladies first. At this point, the date seems to be a total disaster. But it's not over yet. There's still one part, the drop-off. Letting your girl simply jump out the car is a big no-no. This could seem like you are ready to be rid of her and be done with the date. As you have seen, these are a few mistakes that could ruin your chances of ever having a second date.
But you guys aren't the only ones who can make mistakes. Girls are just as likely to mess up what could be a nice first date. So ladies, whatever you do, do not sit outside of your house waiting for your date to arrive. This comes off as looking too desperate or eager and could possibly scare off your guy. If his car might not live up to your expectations, Keep these thoughts to yourself and refrain from making any comments.
Hey, Audrey.
Guys take their cars
Thought you
very
drove something
seriously,
better than this.
so it would be a big mistake to say
no.
any critical remarks.
How about I take you to Mama T's Bistro?
I've been there already.
Also,
after we
when the
get,
guy tells you
the
about
city
the
park and
date,
look at the
it
lights.
is not a good idea to
That's like
disapprove of
little
his
kids.
choice. He made the effort to
But
put
we'll
some
go
thought
anyway.
into the date, so the least you could do is go along with it. If you start off with a bad attitude when he picks you up, the guy may have second thoughts about continuing the date because it won't be much fun for either person. Let's see what else can go wrong as the date continues.
Wow, this looks good.
Yeah, I guess.
After you.
No, go ahead. You go first.
Oh, okay.
When the food arrives, don't be afraid to eat in front of your date. You are at a restaurant to enjoy the food. The guy will most likely find it awkward if they are the only ones eating while you're simply sitting there staring at him.
So last night, went to the movies. It was a long movie. Me and my friends, there's this crazy person.
We
there.
know you girls love to talk, but continuously talking about yourself can get real old real fast. The point of the date is to get to know each other, not tell your life story.
Okay. And my family, they just crazy and they're not helping and they stress me out. Go back to the movie. And it was the longest movie I've ever been to in my life. And hold on, sorry. Okay.
A major turnoff is texting and constantly checking your phone during the entire date. This is not only rude, but the guy will think you're uninterested in the date and can't wait to leave.
Check, please.
After a date like that, the guy may have regrets about ever asking you to go out on a date. Chances are he is ready to drop you off and head home for the night. Even though the date didn't go the way you imagined it, it is rude to leave without thanking him for the date.
Alright, well, we're here.
Oh. Okay. Bye.
Also, you don't want to hop out of the car and make it look like you can't wait to get inside. If this is to happen, don't be surprised if you never hear back from him.
Both of these dates contain many flaws that can occur when going out with someone for the first time.
As you can see, both guys and girls have the potential to ruin a date in their own ways. Hopefully watching this video will give you some insight on what not to do if you want a second date.
As long as you don't make these mistakes on the pickup, the date, or the drop-off, the date is bound to be an instant success.